Hello and welcome to digi8.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on the interactive model of communication. Now let's start with what is the interactive model of communication. The interactive model refers to the back and forth of ideas and information from sender to receiver and back again. It is also called as the convergence model. Interaction happens by participants changing their roles as sender and receiver. Meaning is created by sending information and receiving feedback. Interactive modes of communication involve non-verbal interaction and basic conversation. Modes also involve virtual reality, augmented reality, interactive movies and television, user-generated content, video games, video sharing, and social media. Moving on, let's look at the components of interactive model of communication. When a message is delivered from the sender, as in the source, to a receiver, the sender encodes it before sending it out. The encoded information is delivered to the receiver. It is then decoded by the receiver to understand what it means. Now then the receiver becomes the source. He or she encodes another piece of information called feedback. It is then delivered to the sender. How the message is created by both parties is shaped by their fields of experience. The one by sender is the sender's field of experience and by the receiver is the receiver's field of experience. And the interlapping common area is known as the common field of experience. Field of experience is something that changes the pattern of communication like channel, situation, psychological, social and culture used. As I stated earlier, fields of experience have some overlap that start a communication. Communication then widens the communicator's field of experience. These things play a role in how messages are understood. Moving on to the interactive model of communication, key factors. There are two broad factors. First, physical context. This involves the factors in the surrounding environment of where the conversation is taking place. The lighting, temperature, layout, and size of location may have an impact on the communication. Next, psychological context. This involves feelings and psychological aspects of a conversation. Emotions, anxiety, and stress are some types of mental factors that have an impact on communication. Moving on to an example of the interactive model of communication. The best example in this case is the internet. The internet can be the optimal mode of interactive communication. It has created more avenues for interactive communication and it is still growing. And I think the main aspect attributed here is to social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, etc. And finally, the criticism of the interactive model of communication. In this, feedback does not come immediately and it can take a while as this model is primarily an online phenomenon. Next, communication is not seen as being dynamic. It is expected that communication will follow the same steps all the time. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on the interactive model of communication. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video.
Thank you and see you in the next video.